Hi, I'm Judi Vitale from readthestars.com, and today I want to welcome summer! Yay! Summer's coming today. What it means in astrology is that the sun makes it into Cancer, the sign of the first days of summer. It's a cardinal sign, so it's on that cardinal axis that we talk about from time to time. And it's also a sign of nurturing and taking care of things and cooking and mothering, mother energy. It's the energy that a parent gives a child when they hold it and cuddle it and love it and just really want to see the best things happen for it. There's also a little bit about Cancer that has to do with the philosophy of containing energy. In the world, we have male energy, which kind of pushes itself out into the world, and we have female energy, which contains. It shouldn't take you too long to figure out other things that might relate to. But all that aside, the containment part is very interesting and very important. Without being contained, energy, much of it gets wasted. So, we want to have this containment, and that's what's going on while the sun is in Cancer. We're looking at our limitations and, just kind of like Cancers like to stay home because Cancer people just like to be around their things. And when they go away, they take big suitcases full of stuff with them because they can't bear to be parted from their little nest. And, if you feel a little bit more attached to home over the next 4 weeks or so, that would be probably because the sun is in Cancer. Maybe it's affecting you more than you think. Or it could be that you're a Cancer yourself, which I confess to being a Cancer. I'll tell you when the birthday comes. Don't worry about it. What I want to talk about today also is Mars going into Gemini. And it's interesting because Mars went into Gemini on Monday, and that's today. And then tomorrow, when Mars goes into Cancer, when the sun goes into Cancer, it will be summer. So we have two of the planets that have a very important kind of function in astrology, something that we call trigger planets, meaning that when they move over a certain point in the zodiac, where there are other things that have happened, like eclipses, or where Uranus is, or where Pluto is, or where Saturn is, they trigger off events that are relevant to those incidents and planets. So, I'm going to give you a little rundown. We talked a little bit about when Mars was going to trigger off some things. It's going to make a square to Neptune very soon on the 22nd, okay? That's going to be Wednesday, the 22nd. Mars square Neptune. So all those things that you've been worried about since about April 4th, about, oh my gosh, how am I going to handle Neptune changing signs? Well, you'll have a little bit of a reminder of that somewhere on Wednesday, and we talked also about the deception that may be taking place on that day. And then on the 25th of July, Mars will be conjunct to the point where the sun was in the lunar eclipse that we had about a week ago. That was the real heavy one that everybody felt like really about, and there were some things that happened, and I think that the things that began to brew at that time could be triggered by Mars coming to that point. As for the sun, it will make a nice, friendly little connection with Jupiter on the 25th of June, which is great. Okay, that'll be nice. But then it starts to get into trouble. The sun will make a square to Uranus on June the 26th. That will cause a little bit more excitement than we need. It will make an opposition to Pluto on the 28th, which is all of those issues about authority figures, the financial system, that kind of stuff. Expect some news on these fronts. And then when the sun makes a square to Saturn on July 2nd also, there will be things that have been going on with Saturn, and recently we talked about Saturn going forward and starting our projects. Something will be tested at that point in time about what you're doing. So those are your trigger dates. Yes, I am going to write them down. Yes, I am going to put them up on the site. So you don't have to take notes. I just want you to think about it right now and to watch these times and see what happens. And I'm trying to write all of this up for the site. It's been a little tight these last few days, but I'm going to try to do some stuff for you this evening. And if you have any other questions about these things, these incidents that are occurring, how they may affect you personally, we're going to start doing a little bit more interaction on the site very soon. I'm going to be speaking to my designer later this week, my web designer, And I'll let you know as that comes. But for now, you can still email me at Judi, Judi, at readthestars.com.